Hi, welcome back. And also, you might realize that I'm back home. Yeah, I'm back here recording videos like this again. No more handheld vlog shit. Just I'm back here in this room. Feels nice. Feels nice to be back, to be honest. Even though it's sad to leave Egypt, it feels nice to be back. So I've been meaning for the longest time to make one of these sort of sit down vlogs. But I never really got around to it because of I don't know really. I don't really know why I never really got around to it because I have had the time, but I just don't know. I just never really had anything really to say. But now, seeing as we're getting to the end of 2024, which not only means that 2025 is here, but also we're also getting to the end, technically, of the first half of this decade. I felt like I would want to talk a little bit about all things and my personal thoughts about this decade up until now in general, and just kind of catch up about what all is going on, and then kind of talk about the future as well of what's going to be happening as far as YouTube goes, and just talk about a bunch of shit. You know, that's what these vlogs are for, so why not? Let's talk about a bunch of shit. But first of all, you might realize already that I have dyed my hair. Yeah, I went fully black because I wanted to, and I don't care what anybody else says. I think it looks fucking fabulous. That wasn't edited, by the way. I have this soundboard now. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. There it is. I have this soundboard here where I can like add in a bunch of sound effects. So not only can I add music in, but I can also add like meme sounds like this. Bruh. And then I can add this. My name is Jeff. Bruh. I can add that in. And then I can add fucking this. And this. Oh, Jesus. I forgot that I had that one there. Don't ask me, okay? I had a bit too much fun setting this up, so yeah. But it's really cool. I have all these buttons here, and I have all these dials, so I can like mess around with it. So I can like do this. Where's that? I can do this. Yeah, I can do that, which is really cool. Anyway. Oh yeah, and also I have this light over here now. I have this Philips Hue light, which gives like a really cool like ambience to the room. Like that's why you see all these lights are turned off, like that one and the light over there is turned off. It's because I have this Philips Hue light over here, and it just shines very nicely and gives a nice glow. I want more of these lights. Before I used to say that I don't really want like a bunch of like LED lights in here, but I could get some sort of RGB, like just some sort of small like hue lights. Because not only can I like do this, like make it purple or make it pink or make it blue green, but I can also just put it into earth or natural colors and then just have it like that, you know, so I can really just mix and match whatever I want. But for now I only have this one, which is on my desk right now, so yeah. It gives kind of like a cool glow onto the wall and onto my face, so whatever. Anyway, that's enough about all different new gear that I have. Let's actually get into the video. So I think the first thing that we should start off with is the Egypt trip itself, because that's what we just came back from, so we might as well quickly touch on that, even though you saw the vlogs, but there's a lot of stuff that you didn't see which we could touch on. So, the Egypt trip. It was fabulous. It was, again, one of the best trips I've ever been on. As you know, I've talked about it a bunch, but as you know, I absolutely, without a doubt, love Egypt. It is one of my favorite countries out there, and it's just amazing. It's just a amazing country to visit and be in, and I love it. I love it to absolute death. Now I know like there's a bunch of problems with Egypt, and I won't get into all the weeds about that, but all in all, that's just a tourist destination. It is a great country to visit, and I would highly recommend you do it as well if you have the means. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. We were there for a week, and we were a smaller group this time. Last time when we went, I believe we were like 9 people, right? Yeah, we were 9 people, But this time we were only 6. And that was because of my granddad actually booked us this trip and paid for the trip, because this was technically like a vacation because of my granddad was turning 80, so this was kind of his birthday vacation. Even though we didn't really celebrate his birthday because he doesn't really like to celebrate his birthday, so we kind of just went there, and it was fun. We didn't really do anything on the trip, as you already saw. We did a couple like small little things, like we went to that shisha bar, but apart from that, we didn't really do a whole lot. Like, we pretty much just stayed at the resort. Like, Katya and Dad, they went to Hurghada one day, I think. But all in all, me, my granddad, and my grandma and my sister, we all stayed at the resort. Just hung out there. So, which was nice. Which was definitely nice. I didn't really want that much more out of this trip. I really just wanted to just relax and hang out, pretty much. That was really all that I was asking out of this trip. So, I got it. So, I'm happy. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun being there. Of course, it wasn't as cool as the last trip that we took, because last time we went to the pyramids, we went to Orange Bay, we walked around Hurghada Marina, and we did a lot of stuff. So, like, it wasn't like anything spectacular this trip, but it was such a chill and nice trip, and there was just so many like little things, like the thing that every morning I went to drink coffee at my grandparents' room at their terrace, and we just hung out there for an hour or so before food, and it was just such a nice, like, those small things always, like, it's the little things in life, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's the little things in life which are just so nice, and that was one of those little things, I guess. So, I guess people are interested in what's next. What's next for the channel, what's next for Bunny Rock, what's next in general. Well, all in all, at least until the end of this year, we're gonna be going in pretty much the same flow as we have been to up until now. So, gaming videos and then farm videos. That's gonna be the main two types of videos that you'll be seeing at least until the end of this year. I might take like 2 weeks off at Christmas. I think I'm gonna take like about from the 23rd. I think I'll upload my last video, and then I'll take like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, or 2.5 weeks off. Anywhere from Christmas up until what would that make it? Up until New Year's, I'm gonna take a bit of a break from not only making content to the second channel, but also planning content for the main channel and stuff like that, SEM Bluish and whatever. As far as next year goes, there's a lot coming, so get ready. So number one, which I've been so excited to announce for the longest time, I'm making another short film. Well, I'm not making one, I've already made one, and it's like already like 90% done. I still have just a couple things more to film to, and then I just need to edit it. So I think you're gonna be seeing that at some point in June of next year. And this one, oh boy, have I been working on it. This is not like my other short films. This is probably gonna be the best short film I have ever made, hands down, ever made. It has been filmed in so many different beautiful locations, one including Egypt and the pyramids, which is really exciting, and also just a bunch of other places we filmed that we were. I can't wait until you get to see it. It is awesome. It is such an awesome film that we have made, so I'm excited for you to see it. So, in the meanwhile, there is a documentary which is also already made, just not edited. And I did already hint at it in my previous video, but it'll be another historical documentary, and this time we're going to be talking about something that I didn't touch on in my World War II documentary, and there's a reason for that. You may have realized that I never really talked that much about the concentration camps and the whole final solution and the extermination of the Jews and the Holocaust. That's the word that I was looking for, Holocaust. I never really talked about that in my World War II documentary, and the reason was I felt like that was too big of a topic to just throw in there as just a passing thing. I didn't really feel like that was the right move for that topic, so that's why I decided not to include it into that 2-hour like documentary series. So what I've decided to do instead is this year I got the opportunity to go to Poland and go and visit Auschwitz, maybe the most famous of the concentration camps in Poland, and what was built by the Nazis. And seeing as I got that opportunity this year, I felt like it was good a time as any to actually make a full-on like dedicated documentary for the Holocaust and actually talk about it in detail. And that's what I've done. So that's all filmed. Actually, the theory part isn't filmed yet, so I'm gonna do that, I believe, in June. I'll probably get started on that in June, so I'll film that theory part in June, and then I'll edit it throughout July. No, I'll film. Jesus. I'll film the last remaining parts to that documentary in January, then I'll edit it throughout February, and then I'm hoping to get it out in March. So that's the plan anyway. So the first video you'll see, like first main channel video you'll see, is probably going to be in March. And then I feel like there's going to be a few months when it's going to be empty, because after that documentary I really want to start working, just hardcore working on getting that movie finished. And then once the movie's out in probably June or July, then I can start focusing on the next documentary that I want to make. Now, I don't know what that's going to be yet. I haven't decided on that yet. I have like thrown around some ideas with Leo, but there is going to be something at the end of the year, but I'm not sure what yet. But this is just one part of the year. This is the Bunny Rock part of the year. We still have this channel to talk about, which there's not a whole lot to it, but there's also something really exciting happening next year, which I'm not gonna talk about just yet. I know, everybody hates the announcement for the announcement. I know everybody hates that, but just, I want to put it out there. This is not the only projects that I'm gonna be working on next year. There's a project that me and another associate of mine is working on, which might just be the biggest thing I've done up until now, and I'm really excited to talk about it soon. But I can't talk about it yet because it's in the beginning stages, and I don't want to like get you guys too hyped up for nothing, you know, basically, if it turns out that we can't do it, which it seems like we definitely can do it, but if in the 1% chance that we can't do it, it's just gonna be kind of like anticlimactic that I just tell you that, hey, we have this really exciting thing, and then, oh no, but I can't do it, you know. So rather keep you guys waiting a little bit longer on that, and then we'll find out if we can do it, or and talk about it once we're 100% locked in on the project. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Now, for this channel, what's going to be happening next year on this particular channel? Well, honestly, I think we're going to be going pretty much in the same pace that we have been doing up until now. Now, of course, a big milestone is coming up real soon. Gotta drink some coffee before that. Episode 100 of the Farm series is coming up really soon. I think we're on episode 85 now. So it's gonna be here sooner than later. So there is gonna be a special episode, and it is gonna be a longer episode. I think it's gonna be about an hour long, and I'm already planning out what it's gonna be. I have a pretty good idea. It is still gonna be pretty much like a normal... How should I say this? What can I say about it which wouldn't like spoil it, which would... It's gonna be a farm video pretty much, but bumped up to pretty much like 10. And like, it's gonna be something which I think all of you are really gonna like, and I feel like it's the perfect 100th episode for the Farm series. Now, of course, you're gonna ask what's next for the Farm series after episode 100. I honestly haven't decided yet. A part of me would like to try out something new with that particular series. But honestly, I've locked this series into what it is, and I like the way how it is. So I don't think I'm gonna really change it, to be honest. I like the way how it is, and I like the fact that I can just grab a camera whenever I'm working on something and just film it. So it might change afterwards, or it might stay the same, but all in all, the farm series is not going anywhere. It's here to stay. I think the farm series, after all is said and done, whatever happens, I think the farm series will be continuing for a really long time. After Bunny Rock, after I retired from making big productions on Bunny Rock, after I retired on all other stuff, I think the farm series is gonna be continuing for a really long time. After those things as well. So I think that's gonna be the longest running thing that I'll be doing on YouTube, pretty much ever. So yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna leave this video here. I think we have talked enough. I'm looking at the timer here, and it's saying that I've recorded for 35 minutes. So I think that's enough recordings for one day. So yeah, just real quick, videos are gonna go back to normal. We're gonna continue the way how we have always done this. We're gonna continue making gaming videos on this channel and farm videos, and then I'm also gonna make live streams occasionally. And yeah, stuff will just go back to normal like they always do. So anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, guys.